Hi everyone. It's Monday afternoon, of course, and I'm here on my porch, and we're doing a Facebook Live and an Instagram Live because we thought that every Monday I would answer all the questions that I usually get about the blog and our resources and how come we do what we do and the frequency at which we do it. And today I really wanted to talk though about Instagram. Why aren't a lot of you on that platform? It is one of the most visually rich platforms that I think exists in social media. And it's just a great space to be inspired and get great images and visual content on literally any area of life. So recently we had a great big win. We crossed our 2,000 Instagram mark, and I know it's not as big as Facebook where we're approaching 33,000 people, but we were so excited because for a long time, particularly around October last year, we were hovering at around 800 to 900 followers, and within 3 months we actually took this gigantic leap to over 2,000, I think 200 followers. And that's because my friend Malene, you remember her, don't you, from Conversations and Cocktails. She had this conversation with me, a chat with me about my Instagram account, and one of the things that she told me was that my Instagram account at Forward 40 had to be more curated. So if you know Instagram at all, you would recognize that it speaks to us, or it curates images in blocks of 3. So if you think of it's 3, 6, 9, and 12, and what she said to me is that I had to think of my account in terms of blocks of 9. And I had to curate my account around life and style in 9 blocks that were color coordinated, or that had a particular kind of aesthetic or a filter over it. So when people came onto the account, they had this really focused understanding of what we were about. So if you go to Forward 40 now on Instagram, you would see that last week my theme was sort of like pink and purple, and this week it's about black and white, and next week it will be orange and yellow. And what that did, I think, really literally was the only change that we made. So I think that when people came onto the account, normally they would like a picture and they would not follow the account. So it was because they were liking one isolated image or one piece of content that I was talking about or showing them. But now when they went onto the account using the filter or the color curated approach, they were able to see the aesthetic or the overarching feel and look of the Instagram account. And I think while it's not like a Kardashian account, right, with its millions of followers, or even some of the bigger accounts here in the Caribbean, we're pretty proud of the growth or the leaps and bounds that we're making. One of the things I want you to remember when it comes to your Instagram is that you always, this is like Bible, you must use high-res images, okay? So not all of the images have to be your own. You can curate some from Google. Just remember, if you're doing it, to attribute it to the source. But again, the high-res quality of your photographs is really unique to the Instagram platform because it's so visual. It's not so much driven by words, although I tend to do a lot of long form caption, and I balance long form and short form captioning with my images. But it's such a visually rich medium that I think if you're into visuals of your home, of your children, of your life, of the food, of the restaurants that you go to, of anything, just make sure that the quality is really, really good. Now, one of my pet peeves about Instagram is, why do so many people have their accounts on private? Now, I understand. Okay, so you have pictures of your young children and you don't want that old boyfriend who's been stalking you to follow your account, and yeah, I understand all that. But I also think that if you really want to increase your subscription base, you might want to consider using 2 accounts. So like for me, I have my Judith Coward account, which I seldom post on, but I follow a lot of people who inspire me. So when I go on to that feed, I am visually inspired by the images that I'm seeing there, and it literally motivates me to do an even better Instagram feed. And of course, I have my Instagram feed at Forward 40, which represents our life and style brand. And I follow people there who I think would be inspired by my account. So the whole law of reciprocity pertains. So I follow you, you follow me. And it's not so much that I am 100% inspired by their content, but it's just in terms of building up my subscription base. When I am 100% want to be inspired by content, I go over to my Judith Coward platform. So again, I think the lesson here is rethink the whole privacy mode of your Instagram feed if it is that your objective is to increase the number of followers that you have. Now, for your overarching theme, and that's my final point on Instagram this afternoon, is that Forward 40 is a life and style brand. So, of course, there are images of fashion and style, and I do take a lot of, when I'm going out and about, I do take those kind of style images to show people what I'm wearing or how I put together an outfit. And you will find pictures too of restaurants that I've gone to. You would find wellness images. We may have done a blog on wellness over on our main blog, www.forward40.com, and there may be an image there that I think goes well on the blog, and I might put it there as well. So for instance, let me give you an example, because I know examples always work. So over on the blog today, my content strategist Chantel did an amazing series of quote cards on one of my favorite actors, Viola Davis, actresses, and our theme is black and white on Instagram. So I said to Chantel, do you have any of Viola's quotes that is in black and white that we can use on the Instagram account? Now, Viola Davis is not a picture of me, it's not an image of the food I'm eating, it's not an image of wellness, but it's a powerful image of a woman who I just happen to adore. Like, I worship the ground that she walks on. She is so empowered and empowers other women as well. So it just so happened that Chantel had a black and white photograph. So tonight, I have it all planned to go up at around 8 o'clock. Viola Davis in black and white on my Instagram feed, which this week happens to be black and white. So I hope you get that sort of intersection between the color coordination, the theme, what we place on our Instagram feed. So I think that's it. Don't forget, if you have any questions, we're going to be doing this Motivation Monday to get you off your butts so you can finally start a blog or write or do a podcast that you've always wanted to do, or curate your Instagram feed better. I'm not on what's that with the clowns and the horns and the ears, Snapchat. I'm not on Snapchat because my audience is not on Snapchat, but that's a whole different Motivation Monday. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found it useful. Tell me, do you like Instagram? And if not, why not? And what singular tip will you take away from today's Motivation Monday? So see you next week. Bye.